This is so important, and I wanted to be here for your testimony. I have read it. I appreciate you coming here on your own time and your own dime, as I like to say, because I know that's part of being American, is coming before committees like this. We are concentrated on making America great again through making Main Street great again. And I thank the chairman and the ranking member for holding this. The EPA, of course, you know, was created by President Nixon to monitor and enforce our national guidelines on the environment. However, under President Biden, the EPA has completely abandoned this mandate. Instead, taking their cues from radical environmentalists, they are attempting to regulate entire industries out of existence. In 2023 alone, the EPA was responsible for approximately $70.6 billion in regulatory costs and an additional 5.5 million paperwork hours for companies. The Biden EPA might be happy to learn that America is actually reducing the amount of greenhouse gas emissions and has been since 2007. As the United States has drastically decreased our emissions, communist China emissions have spiked. China's emissions have approximately doubled since 2006, when they became the world's largest emitter of greenhouse gases. While American emissions have been constantly decreasing, the Chinese continue to increase their pollution. While the radical environmentalists would love to claim that America's progress is due to their activism, the data clearly shows that this happened despite their best efforts. The reason American emissions peaked in 2007 is because of hardworking, independent energy producers like Cooper Oil and Gas. America reduced emissions and gained energy independence because of the shale revolution and the policies of the Trump administration. This has led to cheap and plentiful energy, including a doubling of the natural gas produced since 2006. America reduced emissions and gained energy independence because of our small energy producers, not because of the roadblocks thrown in their way by radical environmentalists. As Mr. Cooper Wagner will surely attest, the shale revolution has been the greatest environmental boon the world has ever seen. Now to our questions. For Ms. Cooper Wagner. American carbon emissions have declined year on year since 2007, as I mentioned. Much of the progress has been due to increased usage of natural gas from small-scale producers like your own. Why do you think the Biden administration is proposing rules and regulations that would crush small energy producers like yours if you're part of the solution?
That's a fabulous question, and I appreciate your comments. And we'll even say something I don't get to most people. You're welcome. Our industry is fiercely private. We're a small mom and pop. Again, I work with my dad and mom, with my husband and my brother. We never knew that we needed to be so public and educate regulators, legislators, and the general public about what we do and the quality and quantity of life that we provide. I don't know if it's just a lack of education and how things work, why the lights are on, why your cars are safe, why when there is a disaster you are safe from it. And the majority of those reasons are because of fossil fuels. You know, I'm not sure why there's a target on my back. And as a mother of 2 young kids, I never try to be a doomsday sayer and everything's bad and, you know, the big guys are after us. I don't like to live in that world. I believe there's good in all people and good in this world. But it's a difficult line to walk as an E&P producer and someone in the oil and gas industry. And I'm not quite sure they want to wipe us out, but it definitely feels that way. Those returns that you're talking about and leveling playing fields between the super majors and us don't exist. I will never compete with them. The economies of scale, we're in different markets, different everything. They can absorb erroneous regulations from the EPA for no real environmental benefit and push that cost to the end consumer. I can't do that. I am the end. The buck stops with me and my small company and my small business and our small community.
Well, thank you so much. And you know, they like to say that ignorance is bliss. In this case, ignorance is dangerous. It's dangerous to your company, your business, and to the American people. This administration has put the crosshairs on the backs of the American people by demonizing fossil fuels with overregulation. We've got to regain our territory. We must be energy independent once again. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.